You know it, dude.
That's what this is.
You know it. Make sure I hit that record button, y'all. And we're live. What's going on, Nooner Nation? You already know what it is. It's the podcast for Nooners by Nooners, and today we have two very distinguished Nooners, right? We got Greg LaMontagne of The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg, also famous for getting cut off before the Super Bowl started. So, not many people can manage that. We also got Greg Osburnsen. Did I pronounce that right? Osburnsen. David Osburnsen.
Yeah.
Yes.
David Osburnsen.
Osburnsen.
Yeah, you call me Greg.
We fixed that.
Yeah. Well.
It's all right.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what?
Sorry.
He's under a lot of stress right now, buddy. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No problem. David. I should have just called you David instead of trying to think of your fucking. I'm worse than Ross with fucking names.
Oh, dude, trust me, nobody ever since I've been born, nobody's ever gotten my last name.
It's a very like Minnesotan name. I know you're not like historically from there, but like that's a very upper Midwest, name. There's a lot going on with that last name.
There's a lot, and I did misspell it last night on mine. It's Osburn, U-R, and I put Bornson, B-O-U-R. I'll go back and
figure
fix
it out.
Sorry.
Yeah, but we were just talking offline. But yeah, just real quick, the housing market, fucking insane still. Is my mic on?
Yep, you're good.
Everything good?
Oh.
Yep, there we go. Cool.
Everybody can hear us?
Yep, cool. But yeah, so the house search still continues. I think we kind of maybe on pause. Stacy still wants to move, but it's looking less and less like a financially viable option right now because dude, when you're going 50 grand over and people you can't even get to that, and then now the interest rates are like,
would you say they were like 5 or 6? What is it right now?
the last quote we got so when we ran the numbers on this house, we were going to put $50,000 over on, by the way, which trust me, I was already a little hot about that one. I think the current best interest rate was like 5.2, which right now we're sitting at 3 in our house. We're sitting at like 3.03 or something like that.
That's kind of like what we are in ours. It's right around maybe 2.75. We refied our house though maybe 2 years ago, like a year and some change after we got it, and we lowered it a couple points or not a couple.
Yeah, we refinanced a couple. I can't remember, probably 4 or 5 years ago, around them.
Yeah.
And
it's just insane, dude. The market.
So
you're in Iowa.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's fucking crazy. It's insane. And people think like, oh, well, I was talking to some people lately that have been buying some houses in some bigger cities. And they're like, well, we went pretty close to 50 over to get their house, but they're looking at like $900,000 houses. We're going 50, like we're looking at houses in Iowa that are like 345, 350, and we're offering 400, and they're not getting it. So it's nuts. And
if you're a seller, get that cash, I guess.
That's kind of that's what we're wrestling with right now. Is do we find somebody to buy and take the cash and rent for a while until it drops? But
when is that?
And we're sitting on a decent amount of equity.
Yeah.
But not enough to where I really want to start burning out renting for 2 years to wait for shit to go down.
Just gonna spend you're going to spend your equity in rent.
Right. Well, even if we're still, we're paying a mortgage now. So even if we're paying rent, what we're paying on a mortgage and just sitting on this cash, like we're really going nowhere. And then you're at the will of whoever you're renting from. And It's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's just a fucking nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Mine's low, so they're saying my end is low.
You're low? Let's crank you up here.
How's mine? How's mine?
No, it's on that end, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's
Check
pull you up.
it. Is that better?
I do have a
There you
quiet,
go.
soothing voice,
There we go.
according to
So
some
he just
people.
boosts it up. On
Yeah.
this side.
Yep.
All good.
You were a little low when we were doing sound check, and I thought you had the gain up enough, but we're good. I can crank it up. So, but anyways, cool. Before we get into the first topic here, you already know, like and subscribe on YouTube. Go to iTunes, hit the 5-star, leave a review. You can leave me a shitty review. Just make sure you hit the 5-star and leave a review.
I
Right.
always say that too.
Even
Like,
if
I don't give a
even
shit.
if your review is like, I hate the show, but Bill's cool, so I'm gonna review it 5 stars, but don't listen to it. That's fine.
hit the fucking 5-star on Spotify, on iTunes.
That's fine. And if you actually left that review, I'd probably send you a hat from our sponsor, repcps.com. Right, I'm wearing one tonight. You already know. Skinny dips and bong rips. I don't know. It's off screen here, but
Oh, I can see it.
oh, can you see it? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
it's off screen over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
free hugs and butt plugs. They're the Show Me That Butthole hat company. So
So I was actually debating on buying that. I just don't know that I can get away with wearing the "Show Me That Butthole" hat. Like,
yeah, I
Free
mean,
dips and bong rips, I could probably do.
yeah.
But show me the butthole, or that butthole, like rolling around.
Oh, I know. So they sent me the Skinny Dips and Bong Rips hat,
Skinny dips. There you go.
and then they sent Stacy the Free Hugs and Butt Plugs beanie because Stacy likes beanies over hats, and she immediately was like,
Nice.
"Why'd they send me that one? Like I would wear the Skinny Dips and Bong Rips one." No,
So by proxy, that hat became hers.
yeah.
Your hat became hers.
I
Oh,
know
she
I
looks
could
great in
not-
hats. But she won't wear hats. It's weird. She looks all fucking awesome in hats, but
That's Beth.
I know.
Wears a hat.
I know I could not get away with
At
wearing
work?
one of those hats at work at all.
yeah, I don't think it's a work hat. I said I'll probably get
Perhaps.
one. I'll probably get some of the racier ones for like drinking bros and nooner events kind of thing.
You're going to the lake.
Yeah, you know when
Wear
you're
that hat.
when you're around
Camping.
when you're around like fellow scumbags. You know, I think at some point in the summer, me and Stacy are going boating with Dan and Brittany. I can totally
gonna be
rock a
perfect.
Show Me That Butthole hat, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
I'd be
it's
so
like-
if I took one of those hats down there, I would be shocked if I left that boat still in possession of that hat. To be honest,
I think so. Yeah, like you're not picking your kids up at daycare.
I might.
That would be amazing, though. Just
Well,
show
so
the
here's the
daycare.
thing: my wife and my mother-in-law own the daycare my kid goes to, so I probably would.
Yeah, so you'd be okay.
I probably would.
Okay, so David's not picking his kids up if they're at daycare or something like that, or at school maybe.
I'd totally wear it just to their school. Just show up, just this, piece of shit dad wearing this hat.
Mhm.
But you also have the APAC shirt that
Yeah.
actually says all politicians are cunts. On it,
Oh, yeah.
right. Like the full, like it's not just APAC; it's like the full.
Yeah,
spelling
all
and-
politicians are
Oh,
cunts. One.
I need to get that shirt specifically if I had to pick my kids.
I got
up
it
at
from.
that
I got that shirt from my brother.
Yeah.
He lives in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire. and
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I
very down
definitely agree with the sentiment that all politicians are cunts, but I would probably rather go out in public with the word butthole on a hat as opposed to cunt on a shirt.
Agreed, 100%, dude.
So, I mean, I'm a dirtbag, but that takes it to a level that I don't want to have to deal with because then, like, I'm gonna have to actually have to deal with somebody, and I don't want to do that.
Right.
So, but anyways, go to repcps.com, use the promo code Nooners, or Nooner, sorry, no S, for 10% off. Help an awesome small business, help the podcast at the same time.
Yep.
So
Two
hit 'em
small
up.
businesses.
Yeah, and they have some less, offensive stuff there too. They've got just stuff that's like, we go together like drunk and disorderly.
See, I could rock that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. They also sell like they have a partnership with this company. I think it's called Kanga. No, not Kanga. Maybe it is Kanga. Whatever. Go check it out. It's like a thermal koozie for a case of beer. So instead of having like if you're going somewhere and want a case of beer, instead of having to like drag your Yeti cooler or whatever,
it weighs 18.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
it
just
would be
you
Tenga,
you
yeah.
slide the whole case into this like neoprene insulated pouch, and it's got a little zipper on top, and you can just pull them out of the case. That's pretty dope. I might actually order one for the summer.
Yeah, that would probably be good.
Yeah, because my work actually gave us a bunch of these. They're lunch boxes, and you could fit, and they're by Kinga, and they actually keep your food really
You
cold.
throw a 6-pack in there though, and maybe some Slim Jims or something.
Maybe fit a 6-pack in it. But
But go check it out. It's really cool. I might actually get one because I have a Yeti cooler, and it's like dope for like if you're having like a pool party or something, you need a bunch of stuff. But when you just have like a case of beer, you're trying to keep cold.
Coolers I've got 90 fucking.
A 20, like I'm a whore for Yeti. Yeti is dope, but
I can't do the Yeti, man. I can't I want to say quit being poor, but those things are next level expensive.
Well, they are.
It's an investment.
We were really on the fence about it.
It's an investment.
It's dumb.
You're like 300 fucking bucks for like a small
it's
cooler.
dumb middle class white people problems, right? About
Absolutely.
this fucking Yeti cooler. But at the same time, like I've actually in my personal profession, I have actually worked.
Quick.
Yeah.
Somebody's name on the boards is LeVar Burton's illegitimate son, and that is fucking hilarious. So
really?
yeah. Anyway,
Oh, I thought that was David.
Nope, that's not David. I don't think. Is that you?
Oh, my lucky stars, a Negro.
Sorry, I hope you're cool with that button. That's my typically my
no,
JJ button.
I am. No, every time you play, I just laugh out loud because I think it's funny.
And it's not about race. It's about the acting range of Brendan Fraser in Blast from the Past. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it's incredible.
Yes, of course.
So
back to the coolers.
yeah,
absolutely.
so me and Stacey were on the fence about it for forever because they are dumb expensive. And then I ended up actually in my job going to a Yeti like facility and working with the engineers and stuff there
Nice.
about how the coolers are made. And they are engineered to high fucking hell. Like there's a reason why they cost so much. A little bit of it is because of the Yeti name, but they deserve it. They created one of the greatest products ever. If you can't afford a Yeti, go get an Arctic, because all Arctic does is wait for Yeti to pay their engineers to figure this shit out, and then they just copy it. Yeah.
Exactly.
But and then by the end of the day, it was one of those things like I have spent $300 on speeding tickets before. Like,
right.
Let's just go get the goddamn cooler and
So,
whatever.
That was my thing. So I'm I've got the travel trailer hooked up to the trunk. The refrigerator goes out on the travel trailer.
Yep.
We're going to South Padre or something. We're doing super, glamping.
You're going glamping in South Padre, huh?
In South Padre, right? And so everything's hooked up, everything's connected. I'm like, fuck, I've got those little igloo, the square little coolers.
Yeah, the styrofoam.
Yeah, I got those. Got 2 of those, and I'm like, that's not going to do it for 3 days in South Padre where it's 95 degrees, 100 fucking % humidity.
Oof.
This is the time when Beth had an Audi TT convertible. So truck's hooked up. I'm like, fuck, I'm just going to run over to AGB. They've got their own brand. I can't think of the name of it. Their own brand of knockoff Yetis.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, I'm going to buy the biggest fucking one. Total, like dual income, no kids, douchebag move, right? I'm like, I can't get it. There's no trunk in an Audi TT.
Passenger. Buckle that bitch up in the passenger seat and go.
Number one, I'm a dude driving an Audi TT to fucking HEB in Texas, buying this cooler that doesn't fit in the fucking car. Exactly that. I fucking put the top down, threw that bitch in the passenger seat, seatbelted it in.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's seatbelt. I don't even know, dude. And it was ridiculous.
Oh, dude, it's fine. I have owned a Miata at one point in my life, so
exactly.
And to this day, it's probably one of my most favorite cars we've ever had. So
It was so fun. It really was. It was fast as shit.
Yeah, and actually, I think we were talking about like if we end up getting a house with, because right now, like we're in an old ass fucking house.
Okay.
Like it's built in 31. It's a
a
single lane driveway.
Yeah.
So like having 2 cars in a single lane driveway is a pain in the ass enough. Like having 3 cars.
Move shit around.
Yeah. Like when we had the driveway rebuilt, which was insanely expensive. We had an extra parking space, like in our front yard. We had them cut part of the front yard out and make a new parking space, and it's still a pain in the ass. But if we get like somewhere where parking's not an issue, we might end up getting another Miata because it was such a fun car.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can pick them. You can pick like a nice one up for like $5,000 and just go
I was just gonna say,
bombing
like, you
around
can get-
town.
and it's a little sports car.
Yeah, put a 6-speed in it. I've actually, now that gas is so expensive, my dad has like a '99 Ranger, 4-cylinder, 5-speed. And he can't drive anymore. So I've been driving that around for the last couple of weeks. Dude, driving a stick shift, I forgot how much fun it is.
I haven't had a stick shift in a long time, but I think the last one I had a Scion TC the year they came out. It's like fucking years ago, 18, 19 years ago. It was my first brand new car. Scion TC.
Oh, you got it brand new. Look at you, big ballin'.
Whoa.
I was making $32,000 a year.
Man,
Half
but here's
that
the
was
thing,
going
that
to
car
that
cost, I think
car.
the whole thing about Scions is they were like dirt cheap. Like a new one was like
I don't know,
12
$22
grand
or something, but it was like 22 because I had like
oh, you got the lighted cup holders and shit in it.
yeah, exactly. It was totally a chick car. I'm okay with that. I loved it.
Dude, I was driving a teal green Miata. Like, what do you?
Nice.
But this is also when we lived in North Carolina, like in the mountains, and like at the time also I had a motorcycle that I go dragging knees and shit. Like a crotch rocket, dragging knees and full leathers in some of these windy ass roads.
Yeah.
I get in that Miata and put the GPS, like back when you had a Garmin or whatever, TomTom.
I
Put
think
it
I
up
still have some in my toolbox.
Put it up in the window so I could see what curves were coming up, and I just go plowing through those roads in this car. So much fun.
That was me going in. So I lived in Phoenix and I lived in Scottsdale and stuff like that quite a few years back. And my mom lived in Payson, Arizona, which is kind of northwest or northeast of Phoenix. And it was just like that. It was just windy, cool mountain roads. And I'd hit that bitch at like, 7 o'clock at night and just haul ass up.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
And the Womb Raiders saying they have a Miata race club here. Oddly enough, the reason why I had that Miata was while I was in college, or right out of college, actually, or had just left college. I was working for Mazda as a race engineer for some of their road racing teams.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And we were dating at the time, but Stacy had like a VW Bug, which by the way is
Like the new model,
the new ones. But by the
Okay.
way,
You had the flower holder in it.
yeah, and it smelled like crayons. Get into any VW, they all smell like fucking crayons. I don't know what it is, but
Weird.
anyways, that got totaled because for one, it was the biggest piece of shit car to ever exist. It had a 3-speed automatic. Like who?
My dad had one of those. And he's old as shit. And he had like a baby blue one. My dad's weird though. He had a PT Cruiser too. So.
Oh man,
I
your
heard
dad.
those PT
And he's a
Cruisers
retired
were
Marine.
terrible.
Like he just needs his fucking Marine card.
Next thing you know, he's gonna come home with like a like an HHR.
Exactly. It's
He's just running
PT
through
Cruiser's
all the
combination.
shittiest cars made in the last 20 years. But yeah, so funny enough, her Beetle got totaled because I had a day off while she was working and it needed new tires. I took it, got new tires put on it, and as I'm driving it to her work to give it back to her, like this super lifted Jeep pulled out in front of me and just drove over the hood.
No shit.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh.
and just totaled the car, like totaled it. And
Yeah, well, it's only worth $3,000 or whatever. $5,000
we didn't get much for it. I think the tires, when they like gave me the estimate, I asked the insurance guy, I was like,
value.
oh, well, I asked the insurance guy, I was like, can we pull the fucking tires off of it? Like I just
Like it's
paid,
got a full tank of gas, man. It's like
siphoned the gas out of it, pulling
Yeah.
tires off of it. But
Is the
anyway,
engine okay? Is the engine okay?
can we part this bitch out? Because not worth shit. But at the
Good.
time I was working with Mazda, and one of these club racing guys, Miata club racing guys, had just bought this Miata, and his wife was like, "You're not going to do this," because club racing, even though it's a hobby, it might be the most expensive fucking hobby on earth.
yeah.
So he's like, "I just bought this thing. Like, do you want it? I'll sell it to you for like $4,000 or something." And it had like 40,000 miles on it.
Oh shit.
you
That's
know?
cool.
So I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And it turned out to be like one of the best cars we had. We would have kept it. And then we moved to Iowa. And the first time it snowed and she was trying to get to work in that Miata, she's like, we're getting rid of this fucking thing.
Yep, that was us. So when the last time gas prices were fucking ridiculous was like what, 09?
About 10 years ago.
Yeah. And we Beth had an FX 35 Infinity. She had a lease for it.
That's like, is that one of those huge boxy things?
It was like the mid-size kind of bubbly.
Because there's one,
SUVs.
there's one that they make, because Infinity is Nissan, right?
Yeah.
They make one that's like the Armada frame.
That's the QX45. This is like the step down from that.
I mean, that thing's pretty dope, but yeah, I get it.
It was good, but it drove like, she liked it. I thought it drove like a slug, basically. It was like, it just, So, but that was when the gas prices went through the roof. We turned in the lease, and then we bought her. We did some Scion stuff. We had a couple Scions. It was the XD, but it was the Lava edition or some shit.
Was that the square one?
That was the XB. This is like a little bit smaller, but the thing got 40 fucking miles to the gallon. That's where we were commuting a pretty good way from our house to the office. And that was when gas was like $4 and change in Phoenix. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's
same deal.
Deal
we get.
Yeah, here it's. I mean, if you get in Iowa, since it's a corn state, you can get like the 15% ethanol gas.
Okay.
And I think it's like $3.87. Oh, but if you want normal, just straight like 87 octane, I think it's $4.17 or something like that.
Good God, it's not that expensive here. I mean, it's up there.
Yeah, so that's why when like my mom, because my dad keeps trying to like drive himself around. My mom's just like, take the fucking truck.
Just park it at your house.
I started driving it. I've been driving it for like 2 weeks, and I've literally burnt like a quarter tank of gas.
It's awesome.
Because
we went up to real quick. We went up to move to Colorado Springs, and I was pulling out of our. We couldn't get a house fast enough before they transferred us up there, so we rented an apartment, and it was on this corner of like. You guys are familiar with like Colorado Springs? It's Garden of the Gods. It's kind of little
I've
area.
been there,
and it was snowy, and I was like, I gassed that bitch, and I was like, it did go. I was like, oh my God, because the engine is literally like a couple mice in it.
It's like an RC car that runs on gas.
Dude, right? So I was like, oh, that's gone. And we got a Jeep.
Yeah.
And we got her Jeep. Her first
one. Oh, yeah.
We were done with that.
So, hey, congratulations to Jessica. She's having a kid. She's late. I'm assuming that's what she meant, right?
Oh, Jesus,
Jessica.
Congratulations, Jessica. Hey, Beth. Jessica's having a baby.
She's never going to talk to me again after this, by the way. Love you, Jessica.
So. I don't think it's mine.
It's not yours?
No, I got it.
It's okay if it is.
I mean, I got a vasectomy, but those aren't 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in town, so how the fuck would that work?
Yeah, everybody. Who was it? Somebody. It might have even been like Holly D or somebody was telling me that if you get a vasectomy, always get the checkup. Because she knows somebody who like didn't go get the follow up, and the vasectomy didn't work, and next thing you know, he's got like 5 other fucking kids.
Oh, I made sure because I actually had to go back twice. I had to go back the first time to see if I didn't have any swimmers, and then I still had some, and then I went back the second time. It's funny, the guy's retired now, but he said to me. It's like, I got some good news and I got some bad news. I said, okay, well, give me the bad news.
It's like, you're pregnant.
No shit. He goes, oh, I don't have any bad news. You're good to go. And then before I hang up, he said, have fun.
Yeah. Well, is this guy retired or is he just like, did he lose his medical license?
He was in the back of a bar and he just decided I heard about him. It was a discount fucking vasectomy fucking store.
Yeah.
Some trailer.
Yeah.
Some trailer.
Fucking Minnesota.
Yeah. Crazy what meth will do to you in Minnesota.
Yeah. Right?
It was an ice fishing hut.
Yeah.
Out there. Yeah.
Ice fishing hut.
You can ice fish while they actually do it, you know?
Yeah.
I have heard, though, the first time... So I've heard, because I'm looking at having one done here eventually. you can't do anything for a couple weeks. And then they're like, you need to like rub one out in a cup and bring it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how they test the
Yeah.
sweaters, man.
And
Jerk off
like
a bunch.
that first one, because I've heard it's not like insanely painful, but it's not the most comfortable thing on the planet.
Yeah, that's why they always say get the bag of peas, dude.
Everyone
Like,
I've
sit there
ever
with it under
talked
your
to
nuts.
says that first time where you're rubbing one out and you feel it coming, it's like one of the scariest moments on the planet. It's like, what is this gonna feel like? Was that the case for you?
Like, what do you mean?
Like there's like it's gonna
Does
hurt.
your dick still work or something?
Like is it gonna hurt?
It didn't hurt for me. The lady at the counter
Did it for him?
The lady at
Her
the
name-
counter
Her
jerking
name
you
was
off.
Candy. Her name was Candy.
No,
Her name was Ping, and it was a Asian massage place. And
All in one.
You said, "Hey, while you're at it, like I brought this cup in. I don't want you to think it's weird, but like, can you maybe just hold this under here?" And
No, I brought my sample, and the lady was just whispering. She's like, "How fresh is this?" I'm
You're like, I just did it in my car 10 minutes ago. Jesus.
well, I only live like 10 minutes from the hospital.
same thing.
So I said, well, about 15, 20 minutes. She's like, oh, okay. And then she just brings it back. And I'm just like, okay.
I'd be like, "Bitch, how fresh do you want it? I can go again."
I can go now.
You questioning my ropes?
Get that Roman.
You questioning my ropes, bitch? So, anyways, you've seen the title of the show by now. You already know what we're getting into.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah,
Amber
this one's-
Heard Johnny Depp trial. I don't want to get into super details about this because I think it's been pretty well beat.
Yeah.
He, by the way, did you see the video footage of when they display, like, put into evidence the video of like her on the elevator with Elon Musk?
I don't think I saw that.
So I guess
Trying to
like
keep an eye on it.
I guess like Johnny Depp's like ace up the sleeve was in his house that he was living in with Amber Heard, had a private elevator in it, and there's a camera in there. And he has footage. I don't know all of it, but it seems like from what I've gathered, there's footage of while they're married, she has Elon Musk like in and out of the apartment.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well,
she's, banging
yeah.
other dudes, whatever.
And she's also like in this elevator, and somebody probably knows more about it than me. Like, I don't have time to worry about this shit. I catch the headlines.
Right.
Whatever's on this footage is incredibly damning to her.
Okay.
And so they put
play it?
in court. And as they're playing it, Johnny Depp gets the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. Like,
He deserves to. Fuck
no,
it.
as he does.
Yeah.
Be like, bitch,
Like,
you now owe me
you got got.
$50 million. Which she doesn't have fucking $50 million.
He's gonna get that Aquaman money.
Yeah, she's gonna have to start doing Aquaman movies like he was
She's
doing
gonna have to start
fucking
doing
Pirates
fucking
movies.
Pirates of the Caribbean, exactly. Like,
Wouldn't it be
that's what they're
hilarious
doing.
if somehow his lawyers are so good that they court mandates her to go do Pirates of the Caribbean movies?
That'd be awesome.
Oh, that would
Takes
be
over
great.
for Keira Knightley or whatever her name is. Keira, whatever.
Keira Knightley, yeah.
Yeah, is it Knightley? Okay.
So
Yeah, dude, that's insane. So yeah, I mean, come on. Like, you're in his. Were they his apartments or his house that had the elevator?
maybe
and stuff?
someone in the live chat would know. I don't know if it's an apartment. It's somewhere that was in his name.
Okay.
And he had the legal authority to pull the security cameras from the elevator.
Got it.
I'm assuming I've heard it's his house. I've heard it's like an apartment he owned.
That makes sense.
Some property he owned with an elevator that he had the legal right to pull the security camera
Video,
footage from
yeah.
that she did not. So,
Hey, you know what? I mean, that's it, dude. I watched it. You know, I was watching just, people are putting clips out there and shit
Mhm.
like that. It's like, I think it's going to lead into kind of what you're going to bring up, but I've dated some crazies, and
Yeah.
That is next gen crazy shit.
Yeah, that's next level. So like,
That,
so everybody at this point has probably seen the crazy hot scale.
Yep.
Right. If you
absolutely.
haven't, you get it. It's just a graph. As
Yep.
you go crazier and go hotter, there's an acceptable level of the line you can be on.
Right. I've actually
What
got it
is-
pulled up on my phone just to.
What is, I can probably pull it up on Google real quick, but
Yeah.
like, what is the highest you would go on that scale, right? Like,
Personally, David, you want to go first? What's the? You want to see it?
Yeah,
You got it. Just for what? What's the crazy? So we were talking earlier because I was like, hey, I wanted to give him a little reference, like what we're gonna be talking about, and he's like, where would you go on that? Are you like super hot chick, just batshit crazy? Doesn't matter. Like she might knife you in your sleep.
I think I would only stop at a 4.
You
Just-
stop at a 4. Like
Well,
you don't like a lot
if-
of crazy.
No, I can't
There we go.
handle crazy.
All right.
yeah, I got it up on the screen here for everybody watching. So as you can see, you know, if they're below a 5 and hot, you know, you're not dealing with any crazy. You
It
know,
really is.
Yeah. yeah, and likewise on the hot to crazy side.
But this references that the hotness stops also. So
Yeah.
well,
The
hotness stops
the benchmark is 5 at some point
across
for
the board.
yeah,
5 to 7.
Yeah.
That's the cross bar.
you know, fun zone, wife zone. I do love this one in the very bottom corner that if they are a 10 on the hotness and a 0,
Or
or
a tranny.
yeah, probably a dude, right?
I was trying to figure that out, and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, how do you? Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah,
So okay, so I've got a quick funny story. So I've dated a couple crazies. I've dated some really good women in the past, like just normal, kind of whatever, not crazy. On the hot scale, they're pretty high, right?
hmm
Of course, I did date this one girl in right before I met Beth. A couple girls that I met right before Beth. Right before meth. You hear that? Fucking Freudian slip.
You want to talk about that?
Right. But when I met
yeah. Let's sit down and talk about how your meth addiction is affecting all of our lives, Greg.
in our relationship,
Surprise! This isn't a podcast.
It's
This
an
is
intervention.
It's an intervention.
I'm like Beth just rolls up.
I got that old bald dude from Intervention. Like, sit down, Greg. Your family wants to talk to you. The Nooners need to talk to you.
So I dated one girl. She was, I don't want to say she was crazy. She was super hot, but she just didn't have her shit together, and that drove me crazy. And like, you know, I was trying to get my shit together. Although
How old was she
I was
though?
I was probably like 25 or 20. I was probably like
Yeah.
25. She was probably 23-ish.
At that point,
She
there's
was
yeah.
She was going to school for massage therapy and stuff like that. So
Oh shit!
I was
Was it
looking at
my
the-
wife? It sounds a lot like her.
but I was thinking, is that like is like massage therapy kind of comparable to like a hairdresser? I don't know. Is it
Depends,
kind
but yeah, close. Yeah.
kind of, right? And then the batshit crazy, we actually called her batshit crazy later on. I met her in the grocery store in the magazine aisle. And she was literally reading like a Guns and fucking Ammo or something like that, right? And I dated her for, we shot the shit, went got some beers, and I think that was, it was right around 25 also. And she stalked me for a good while. But she was, see, this was where, like, I'm looking at the axis. The crazy was on the fucking 10, but the hot was like 5. Maybe a
Oof.
4.5, right? I
Yeesh.
was like, yeah, man, it was poor life decisions back then.
Yeah. I mean,
And-
here's the thing. Most people, I've done it before, especially in your 20s, you go through this phase where you just start sticking your dick in crazy, right?
Well, I always call it, like Beth and I have talked about it, like I'm a serial monogamous. Like I've dated girls for like 4 years at a time, right? 3-4 years
Yeah.
at a time, and then it breaks up, and then I go through whatever, and then that's kind of leading up to Beth. I've been married to Beth. We're coming up on 15 years. So Beth is, I don't want to say she's wife zone unicorn status for sure. like that's a combo because she's still got a little bit of crazy.
Oh, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, ladies. They're all a little crazy, right?
Just a little. Like she told me downstairs when I showed her the picture of this. I was like, this is what we're talking about. She's like, "Fuck you, no, I'm not." I'm like, see, there you go.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of the same way. I've had, I would say very few, but I think I've only actually had one night stand where it was like, I just met you, we're banging this out, never talk to you again. Only ever one. It's always been like people that I've, not to say they've ever been like long, they're not always long, but there's some sort of build up to it.
Yeah.
And probably the craziest one was there was a time when I dated somebody like way up there, right? I was 20 and she was 18.
Okay.
Which is the beginning of a Tim McGraw song, actually.
And where were you at? You were in North Carolina, or were you in?
Yeah, I was at that point, I was in South Carolina, in Charleston, and it didn't work out.
One night, it didn't work out.
No. Like we had been dating. We moved to South Carolina
gotcha.
together.
Okay.
But she was so hot that I thought I could deal with the crazy. And then I couldn't do it. And then, so we broke up.
And she was 18.
Yes, she was
so
18.
It's all fucked up. Like,
Oh, she was 18.
no,
Well,
yeah, that's what you
20.
said. She
Yeah.
was 20, so it's all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I might have even been 19 at that point. She was a year younger than me. Spoiler alert, it's Stacy. We get back together at the end of the story. But during like the split up, this one girl seemed normal. The first red flag probably should have been the first time we ever not the first time we hung out, but the first time we were like alone together in my house.
Yeah.
It was like that scene from Bad Teacher. It's like,
Okay.
Your jeans feel good on my jeans. Have you seen that?
What the fuck is that?
She
I haven't
she
seen
wanted
Bad
she wanted me
Teacher in a
to
while.
she wanted me to dry hump her.
Cameron Diaz.
She wanted me to dry hump her from behind.
That's interesting.
It was, and of
Interesting.
course, me being like
19, you're like, let's do it.
a
And all you
20
do is walk out of there with blue balls.
a 20-year-old was literally drunk 24/7. I was like, okay, like I know where this is going. It did not go there.
It didn't. That's the problem. Yeah. No.
No.
Nice problem.
So, but then like a couple nights later, she's like, well, let's go over and let's finish this. Like, dope, right? Like,
I'm
sweet.
still hurting from 2 days ago.
So she's over it. I had roommates at the time, and one of my roommates was really into his subscription to Penthouse Hardcore, the magazine.
I don't even know what that is. Like, I thought Penthouse was just Penthouse.
No, there's a hardcore.
There's
There
a next
was,
level
there
above
was,
that?
and
Okay.
it's pretty much like the shit you see on Pornhub now. Like
Okay.
people
Oh.
putting
Like
their
moms stuck under couches.
no,
and
no,
shit.
like people putting their whole hand up your asshole kind of
Oh,
thing.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
mean, I wouldn't know about that.
Stop.
yeah.
Got
So
a subscription. He still gets the paperback version.
the details are a
magazine.
bit blurry,
Collector's item.
but I remember her finding like we were like hooking up. She like was going down on me or something, and then for some reason she stops and be like, "Oh, I saw your roommate's magazine subscription," and I was like, "Huh?" Like, this is a weird thing to bring up right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah, like I just want you to know that the gods do not like that." And I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "The gods." It's like, I haven't told you this.
Loki? Or
No, so she's like, I actually follow like the Greek and Roman like traditional gods, which is what
Zeus
Christianity.
is a big deal in her life.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, red flag, like wah, 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 get the fuck out. So I'm like, okay, like, do you want to like maybe stop what we're doing and talk about this? Because I was like, this is not like I don't know what's happening, but So then, like, she's like, I think I should leave. I was like, yeah, maybe.
And then you're just like, I need to change my
No,
deadbolt.
oh, no.
Now.
No. She comes out of my, like, I guess again, I had roommates. She comes out of my room and sees one of the magazines on like our coffee table and just starts screaming. Like, you all are fucking sick. And then proceeds to take her clothes off and then get on the couch and start fingering herself in front of there's other people in the house.
She's
There are other
What is that
people.
diagnosis?
It's not just my roommates. It's like friends. Like we're kind of having like a small house party. She's like,
And
is
this
this what all
bitch
you perverts
goes-
want to see? Somebody doing this?
Good
Oh
God.
my
So if I was
gosh.
like, I think you need to leave. And
I
she's
mean-
like, fuck all you. And she like grabs all her clothes and just runs out to her car and leaves like fully naked. And then I'm like, well,
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, well, I guess that's that.
And this
Like,
was 6 years ago.
I'm married to her now. No, this
Did you
was
hear David. David goes, do you still have her contact info?
I
no. I actually
research purposes.
all jokes aside,
obviously.
at that point in time, she was thin and blonde. And last
You said
time,
this was Stacy?
this was not Stacy.
No, I'm just
That was
kidding.
a joke. That was a joke.
I know.
I mean, Stacy does that, but it's for money. Like, come
Yeah,
on now.
I mean,
like,
come on, yeah.
um,
She's got a daycare to run.
yeah, come on. Yeah, adult night, is it family night at the daycare, parents' night
The
at the daycare.
pineapple's
Yeah.
upside down. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all,
yeah.
it's all good. No, that's crazy.
Parent teacher conferences are a little weird, but no, I actually saw her on social media like several years later, and she was at that point like pixie cut, purple, and like a solid 225. You know, so dodged a bullet there.
Thick girl. Yep.
Yeah. So that was the upper end of the crazy hot scale that I got.
Yeah, so mine, she found out where I worked, found out the exact area, found the number to my desk, and everything.
Oof.
And then I kept getting voicemails like left at, this is back when we had desk phones and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah.
To the point where I had my boss at the time, she called her back and basically said, security's been alerted, blah, blah, and you can't get on the campus for our company and stuff like that. And it was fucking weird, dude. To the point where I didn't want to go home because I do a drive by. I'm like, fucking car's there. I'm like, what the fuck? Sneaking in my apartment. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, no, it was just weird. It was weird as shit. But whatever. We all gotta have.
Did you see
one or two-
Ruben's comment?
What do you say?
So what you're saying is after seeing Bill naked, this girl's brain chemistry got so messed up. She had to put color in her hair and gain 100 pounds.
Oh,
I would be
that's a
offended if
good
that
one.
wasn't so funny. I will buy you a drink next week, Ruben, when I see you. So,
No, that's fine. It is what it is. But yeah, you just never know. Relationships can.
yeah. I'm very open about like my preference. I'm a DG4L. I'm dirty girls for life.
Oh, I
Right?
was like, what the fuck is that?
Oh,
Okay.
dude. Like, I'm all about like you can be like as wild and skanky as you want as long as you're loyal. Like, I don't care. You know, I'm into it, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you have mesh fingerless gloves, probably gonna come talk to you. You know,
You're like, okay.
you
there
know,
go.
know what I'm saying? DG4L. But yeah,
Can't say that I have dated anybody that's crazy.
No,
I haven't actually had any relationships in life.
no.
no.
You should try it out sometime.
Let's change that. Are you
Like,
single?
A little experience.
I
Let's
am
get some-
single.
Let's
I
get.
we could probably
Oh,
find
there we
some.
go.
We could find you one. I'm sure. I'm
Right.
sure there's a few.
I did go through a little bit of a phase after my divorce.
Like strip
No.
club phase or what?
No, I didn't
Like
go
what
to
are we
any
talking
strip
about? Like what's the
clubs.
phase?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't talk about this because
Okay.
kind of.
All right. All right.
Nah, I'll tell you offline.
There you go. Safety first, man.
Yeah,
Keep your shit to yourself unless you want it out in the world.
yeah.
It's all good.
Were
Yeah,
there
you
gu-
just never know.
were there guys involved here? Like,
No,
Were
no,
there pineapples involved?
no. And it has nothing to do with my ex-wife. It's just other people.
That's fair. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
I can't imagine being like having to fucking deal with like Tinder shit and all that.
Oh,
stuff.
me and Stacey
know
have talked about that now. It's like, I don't even know how now. Like, I don't even know how to date anymore.
Right.
I'll tell you a little bit of stories.
Let's hear it.
So
Yeah.
I've had a Tinder profile for a while,
Okay.
just to try it out, see if I can meet
Yeah.
somebody. And I'm flipping through it, and I shit you not, about half of them are poly relationships.
What's that mean?
Poly. So they are already in a relationship. They want somebody else to come into it with them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
or
like
they're married and want
an extra.
an extra. And I'm like,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
But that's all I see on there on Tinder.
People are they're trying to get their free comp through Tinder, right? And that's basically what it seems like. Holy shit.
Man, northern Minnesota gets wild.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You know what?
It's amazing what meth will do up there.
Yeah.
So in New Hampshire, it's the same thing, right? It's like we didn't have meth and all that shit back when I was a kid. It was just like pot, beers, whatever. But when it gets cold as fuck, there's nothing else to do but drink and have sex.
Mhm.
That's it. What you do. It's cold. You don't want to go outside, so you might as well just drink and have sex.
And
Party.
that's why you see a lot of people up in Minnesota having kids born in September and October.
Right? Because it's freezing ass cold and
Huh.
December.
Hey,
and
hey,
January.
J. Ron, I see you, buddy. Yeah, I know. I keep it salt and pepper for a reason. You know,
Damn right.
looks good. I aged well, not to brag.
You're only 32
I'm 34.
or whatever.
34.
34. Yeah. That bitch is going to be white. You're going to be like Gandalf.
Oh, one day I'll show you like my hair. If I let my hair grow out, like it's half and half. But
At
Stacy's
least you'll have it, so that's good. So,
yeah. Well, there's that. Stacy's into it, so
yeah.
I roll with it. I do need to
Yeah.
trim this down a little bit. Though the gray hairs in my beard, unlike the rest of my beard, get like super just like
Wiry.
wiry and
See that
scraggly.
stuff just over your right shoulder.
Yeah,
that
I know. That's why I
Yeah.
have it. That's why I have it, bro.
use That stuff. Yep.
That's why I have it.
Absolutely. Beard wax there.
That is why I have it.
Vainglory.
Yeah. So, moving past the crazy hot scale, because I think everybody's probably got some story
Yeah.
about.
For sure. A
You know.
crazy dude, and it's not.
Oh, it also
same
works
thing
for
women.
guys.
Yeah. There's
Well-
batshit crazy dudes that end up like
Yeah.
punching holes in walls fucking 10 minutes after.
So, hey, all the lady nooners listening out there, we'll do this episode again. I want to know what the equivalent is on the crazy hot scale, because the danger zone on the women crazy hot scale, like the 4 men looking at women crazy hot scale, is hairdressers, strippers, and girls named Tiffany.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the male equivalent? It's got to be like drywallers, strippers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, probably. Unless you're like, I mean, is it Magic Mike kind of stripper, or is it just like, I don't know. I don't. Is that a big fucking category of dudes? I don't know.
Yeah, but like let's just go with this. So drywallers, strippers.
Lawyers probably.
Oh, lawyers
I
gotta
think
be
lawyers
the
are just
nightmare.
dicks. Yeah,
Nightmare.
Fuck those guys.
My brother's
lawyers.
a lawyer. You know, like, fuck that dude. Yeah, listen to the show. And then I don't know, like guys named
Chad.
Chad's a bad one. Kyle.
Steve. Kyle. Yeah, isn't that the Kyle? Yeah, I think that's the whole punching holes in drywall.
Drywall.
Yep,
Don't
that's
pull
a Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah. So if drywall's involved in any way or shape or form, red flag
Yep.
for a man.
Yeah, red flag. I mean,
Funny enough,
But
my
is it-
best friend's named Kyle as well. So like, shout out to Kyle. He does watch the show and he knows he's
and he's a
batshit
drywaller,
crazy.
so weird fucking
No, he's a machinist, which makes him even more fucking crazy.
because he can grind you up in some
Oh,
weird,
Jessica says guys named Brad.
a Brad. Yeah, I
A
could see
Brad.
that.
Yeah.
A Brad.
A Brad.
You know, but yeah, I'd be curious to hear what they say. Yeah, that's definitely a good topic of conversation because
Yeah. Well, what's a guy red flag? You
there's
know,
a shit ton of them.
there's got to
There's
be.
got to be.
I bet you there's more. There has to be more because guys, we go off of originally like she looks like DTF and wild, like let's go and we'll deal with it later. Where girls are like, I'm not dealing with that shit, you know, like
Fuck that, yeah.
Huh.
Well, I was to say because I think especially for dudes, like you get. I want to say this is like it's not actually right, but dudes get like a little weird pass. Like if you're a college age, you're punching holes in like at a fucking frat. Like okay, that's just dude being a dumbass, right?
Well, that's you have so much testosterone and rage.
Right, you do that shit when you're like 35 and you're a psycho.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're just breaking shit randomly. You're just a fucking.
If you do that shit at 35, you've obviously never been successful enough to be a homeowner because you know what it's like to patch up a fucking drywall hole. Like you don't
It's a
want to do
big
that.
pain in the ass. I had to fucking.
I'd
try and
rather
fix one.
punch if I'm that angry at a party at 34. I'm punching somebody in the face, not the drywall.
100%. That's
Also,
why
by the way, the face softer than the drywall.
I was using a tennis ball on my back because I had like a knot. I poked a hole through the wall, and that thing sat there for like 3 months before I finally fixed it. Because I was like, I don't even want to deal with that thing. It's too much of a pain in the ass.
Need a Theragun, bro.
I want one.
Yeah,
I have a Theragun now. This is back in Phoenix.
Oh, gotcha.
Theraguns were. I don't think
Gotcha. So, moving past the crazy hot scale, we're gonna do a female episode of this.
Yeah, for sure. I think that'd
For
be
sure.
funny as shit. Yeah.
Did you guys see the baddest man on the planet punch
him
the
today.
ever living shit out of some drunk ass 20-year-old kid on an
Yes.
airplane?
Yes.
I gotta say, from the footage,
It's
kid
deserved.
had it coming.
Fuck yeah. You're sitting there like harassing anybody. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's just like some average person, let alone Mike Tyson. Like, who does that?
Dude, I know
Why would you-
he's mellow and shit. And trust me, if I was sitting behind Mike Tyson, I would
Like,
probably
fuck, that's Mike Tyson.
I would probably be like, at some point, I'd be like, dude, Mike, like, huge fan. Sorry to bother you. Like, can I just get a quick picture with you and I'll leave you alone? Right? This is not what this kid was doing. This kid's like, oh, fuck, Mike Tyson.
And then
Mike
his buddy
Tyson.
across like the aisle or whatever,
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
like,
playing it up.
you know, and you could tell, like, Mike Tyson, it was like an early morning
He was
flight out
kind
of
of
San
laughing
Francisco.
at
He's like, yeah,
first.
yeah, man. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you're a fan. Cool. Like,
Yep.
why don't we relax? Why don't we relax a little bit?
It was ridiculous.
Let's relax. Let's relax a little bit, you know? And then
Let's relax a little bit.
if we relax, if we relax.
Yeah.
And then this kid just did not stop. And I don't know. In
it
that
kinda
video-
jumped- the video kind of jumped from like, at least the one I saw
Yeah.
from him doing that
Yeah.
to like Mike Tyson smashing the shit out of him. Like,
Yeah. Well, he wasn't even
he's
smack.
like-
Like, in reality,
grabbing
if
him.
Mike Tyson, like, he was kind of doing like little half punches to like
Yeah,
rabbit
like little
punches to the
rabbit-
face.
Yep.
If Mike Tyson wanted to kill that kid, he would have fucking killed that kid.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But at some point in that video, right before it cuts, somebody says the N-word.
Oh shit! Really, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's some dude, like if it's that guy or somebody with
Or-
him, or Mike
okay.
Tyson and somebody with him. But somebody you can kind of hear it in the background. And then it jumps to Mike Tyson like over the seat, just rocking the
So,
shit out
there
of
you
this
go.
kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
I didn't either on the version I saw. I had the one off like TMZ or something like that.
Yeah. And
First
it
thing this morning.
but
Dude,
here's
that-
the thing. Dude, you don't first off, it's a morning flight. Don't get me wrong. I have been well inebriated on normal or like on
Sure.
morning flights.
It happens.
Once
Absolutely.
I get through TSA, time does not exist. Time
Well-
is a reference to get me to my plane. If the bar's serving, I'm drinking. Like, let's go.
Especially during like all the COVID bullshit
yeah.
where you couldn't get on a plane and drink
Yeah.
on the
Oh,
plane.
then I
so
get-
you're
yeah,
getting lit
I
up
gotta-
at the airport.
I got to get pretty close to browning out before getting on the plane before my
Right.
3-hour flight. You know,
And I think it was an international flight.
it wasn't, but it was San
was it?
Francisco. It was San Francisco to Fort Lauderdale. So I mean,
Oh,
that's
so
a long.
what,
That's
5.5.
that's
6 hour
that's
flight.
probably one of the longest cross country flights you can get. Right, you're going
Exactly.
from Northern California to Southern Florida. I mean, that's got to be a
it's
4.5,
all day.
5-hour flight, right? You might as well be going to Europe at that point. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
but yeah, I'm with Tyson on this one, dude. Like, you don't poke that bear. I know better. This kid will probably try to sue. But here's
Well,
the
I think he's already been in contact with police and shit like that. Like,
in that video.
He
Here's the
assaulted me.
oh, here's the thing. Here's also the thing, dude. You literally sold your footage of you being obviously hammered drunk,
yeah,
messing with a dude who's asking you not to mess with him on an airplane. Like, good luck, dude. Like,
it's getting thrown out or whatever.
like he might have to pay you like a $250 fine for like simple assault or something. But you're not getting any money from fucking Mike Tyson over that one.
I was thinking about that too. Tyson, I think, I believe he put out a comment. It was like, I was just trying to have a flight or like just whatever.
I'm trying to get from A to B, bro.
And that was all it was.
No.
Right? And you go like, come the fuck on. Like how, I don't know.
Some people are like, well, he should know. Like, people are going to get excited. I was like, there's a difference between being excited. I would be excited.
It's just like, cool. Like, holy shit. The luck of sitting behind Tyson or
I would get excited. I wouldn't know how to act in that situation. No matter how drunk I was, I would be like, hey, huge fan. Can I get a picture with you?
At some point.
Yeah. Cool.
You know what I mean?
Now, after that, I might be
So-
like on my phone, like texting people like, holy shit. Like, holy shit, Mike Tyson. But this dude would not leave
This wouldn't
Mike alone. Would like, not leaving.
like,
Like,
and it was obnoxious.
yeah.
So yeah, I think the dude got what was coming to him. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
He didn't get that beat up though. He had a couple of
Nah,
some
he had a
marks
little-
on the side of his face.
He wasn't.
Then
Tyson wasn't. If we wanted to throw full fists, that kid
we've all
would have
seen
been
the video. All
murdered.
seen the video of fucking Tyson ripping the pads and stuff like that.
Yeah, trust me. As a guy who loves boxing, love those videos. Oof. But yeah, so talking about airplanes, I know you guys talked about this last night. No more masks.
Done. He's midway through his trip. He flew down here with a mask on. He gets to fly home without a mask on. Hell yeah. Burn that thing.
Best news I've ever had.
Did they serve drinks on your plane on your way down?
No, they only served like snack food and stuff. Well,
No.
I think it was non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah,
Cokes
see,
and shit like that.
come
Yeah.
on, man. It's an airplane.
I think in Southwest, and I think Delta and Southwest and all them are starting to bring. I think they're starting to bring.
I think Delta's one of
You flew American.
Delta.
I
He
think.
probably flew Delta, right?
Who'd you fly? I don't remember.
Oh, I flew on Delta to
Yeah.
get down here.
Through
I think they
Minneapolis.
have booze.
I think Delta's like the last holdout.
Or are they? Okay.
Yeah.
There's your problem. God damn it. Should have flown Southwest, bro. They just throw mini bottles at you. Celebration.
They kinda
of taking
do.
The fucking mask off. Exactly.
Maybe next time.
There you go.
Next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to get back down there. I was looking at I was trying to get down there for the Mexican Pizza Day. Fly in and out and just surprise him at the studio, but
It's like a
it
couple
doesn't
weeks
work
from
out.
now. Yeah.
Wasn't gonna work out.
No, it's a
Um,
big deal, man. Like we're getting ready to travel. We've got a couple trips
Yeah.
in the next few months, and I'm excited. Like, I fucking always like tried to game it anyway.
Yeah.
I was the dude that would sit there with like the snack, like the 5-pound
Yeah.
snack pack of fucking potatoes, right? And then I would take an hour and a half to drink like a giant Trenta iced coffee from Starbucks or something like that. You know.
Oh, Seahave brought up a pretty good point. If I was sitting behind Mike Tyson, I can say I wrote an entire podcast episode about you, man. Like,
Dude,
huge
come
fan.
on. And then you said, so you know how I showed you how to share, then you just airdrop the show to him.
Yeah.
Like, who's this from?
And he'd be like, what the fuck is this
Dude
shit?
in
Halfway through the
16.
flight, he's like, what the fuck is this shit about child sex dolls? Like, it wasn't my idea, man. They like,
It was in the news. It was on. I found it on the internet when I was
I'm
doing
gonna
my
find this motherfucker.
it was Joel. It was Joel. Beat him up.
and you actually get the living shit kicked out of you. Whoops.
If Mike Tyson beat me to death,
Your family would be fine.
I'd be okay. I'd be fine with that. If somebody was to be, if anybody in this world was to beat me to death, I'd take Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I don't think you really have a choice if he's going to do it anyway. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, DJ Davies says Delta sells booze but charge $8 for a damn mini.
That could be the case. I don't know.
I don't know, but when I was
you're a captive audience.
so I was at SeaWorld today. This is
Yeah, how was
related.
that? Did you get the brisket at SeaWorld?
He had the leftover ribs from Sunday here.
Yeah, I had some of Greg's leftover ribs.
Nice.
But I saw a bar there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a drink. And I was just in the mood for a beer.
Yeah.
And I go up there and I look at the menu and it's $12 for a beer.
Right.
I'm not paying $12 for a beer.
Yeah, you are if you're at SeaWorld and you want a beer that bad. See, the thing is, if you had 7 kids running around you or 3 kids or however many kids, then you're going to drink the beer. Right?
No, where they get you is $12 for a beer or $14 for a double fireball. You're taking the double fireball.
Yeah. Higher alcohol content. No, see, that's the thing. I understand where you're going with that. But Beth and I, we go to Six Flags or whatever. We come home with a stack. It's all about getting the cups.
The cups,
you know how much beer you can get for $12? You can get a couple of 6-packs of PBR.
Dude, stop it with the PBR. You could be, but you're at SeaWorld watching fucking Shamu with a beer in your hand. When's the next time you're going to get to do that?
Yeah,
he's paying $12 for a beer.
Splashes, Shamu splashes you. You get that bacteria water in your beer. You drink it. You get pink eye. It's awesome.
Yeah, and they wonder how you ended up in the hospital. Well, drinking a beer and Shamu just splashed water in my beer.
Shamu's shit water's got all in my beer.
I'm packing my own beer. Fuck them.
You should have. Hey, you should have keistered a couple hard AFs into SeaWorld. Dude, if you had gotten a picture with Shamu holding a hard AF,
you should have planned better. God damn it! I need to do that next time.
Damn it, David.
Oh, fuck you, Lloyd. I'm gonna be poor.
Be poor.
Oh, what? Because of PBR?
I know what you're drinking tomorrow night. I'm getting you some fucking PBRs, bro.
I'll drink them. No, fucking love PBR.
I won't. I'm not super snobbish on beer, to be honest. Like, if I'm buying beer for myself, I have ones that I'll buy and ones I won't.
Coors Light, bro. It's all good.
I was drinking Coors, like, when you, What were we drinking in Austin? Really fucking PBR, like, or Coors Light. Like, I don't fucking give a shit. PBR's not that bad.
I can't remember what it's called. Add a little bit of orange juice to a PBR, and it's called something like a sunshine.
I don't know about that. I know if you take if you take an Old English 40 and you drink it down to
the big glass bottle ones.
Yeah, and you drink it down to the cylinder, the top of the cylinder, fill it full of orange juice. Does anybody know what that one's called? It's very famous.
I don't.
David, no? Anybody in the live chat? It's called a brass monkey.
Oh. Beastie Boys. God damn it. Brass monk. We'll probably get banned for that, but no, hell yeah. I've never had a brass monkey.
I never had, nor have I, because I don't want one. It sounds fucking terrible.
I definitely am gonna try one at some point.
We'll do it next time in Texas, or if you come up, if you come up here.
Yeah. We were talking about that.
Because David, I think I've kind of put some feelers out there. It seems like most of the Midwest nooners,
I'll be right back. You guys chat.
Are kind of in your area-ish.
Yeah.
There's very few south of Iowa. Like you have Kansas City, but they're not they don't consider themselves Midwest for whatever reason. So I think this summer I might see if there's a bar, like a cool bar in Minneapolis, that we can just throw a huge ass fucking party in for the Midwest nooners.
That'd be really cool. I even know some people in my area that might be interested.
Yeah. I've had plenty of people hit me up dude, there's a bunch of us in this town, and it's like a small town with one hotel. I was like, we can't do that. It has to be a bigger town with good hotel options, right? Centrally located. We converge, we fuck it all up, and then we leave.
Exactly. It's a small town bar probably just wouldn't cut it very much.
Yeah, the internet would be terrible. We couldn't do a live show.
Yeah.
Which you're gonna host, by the way. I'm not hosting it. I'm not doing the work. You gotta keep it going.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You for sure.
I am no podcast.
No. You're going 5 straight hours in a bar.
Oof. That's I'd have to come up with some content to really. Oh, thanks, Greg.
Hey, cheers with the White Claw. I got the White Claw tonight too.
Ooh, what kind do you got there?
I'm one of those sick fucks that really likes the lime.
Oh, I've never had
I don't
it.
mind the lime. I don't like the mango.
I'm drinking a watermelon. Just gonna
You-
let that simmer
you
for a
would.
little bit. Let it
Oh,
simmer
my
for a little-
lucky stars, a Negro.
And that might be the last episode we ever do. But
Emotional,
We
damn
just
it.
got kids.
Emotional,
Not
damn
me.
no, so yeah, I do want to do a like a Midwest meetup because there's so many cool people. You got you got C Hapes, you got
I already said I'll fly.
Jonathan. Oh, of course.
I'll fly up for it for sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like
Wyatt.
you're dings. Where do you have to be? Like fucking
Yeah,
Christ, man.
Wyatt Knutson lives pretty close to me.
Yeah, well, that guy can stay the fuck away from my
That
party.
dog-
He's insane. I'm just kidding,
Dogs.
Wyatt. You're awesome, but you're goddamn insane, and you know it. Like he's the next Alex Jones for sure.
think so?
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Oh, check out some
No, hear me out.
Here we are.
COVID making the frogs gay.
Dude, we could have some fucking fun up there. Just go for a weekend. We plan something, camping trip. I don't know. Or,
I know. Well,
Or just
so-
rent out like a suite of like hotel rooms. Kind
oh, we do a room block for sure. We do a room
pretend
block.
It's like a wedding or something like
Oh, yeah.
that. Like you rent it out. Like, hey, we've got this big wedding. Try and get a discounted rate on it, and just take over their pool and just fuck everything up.
Well, maybe. Hey, you know what? Maybe there's some Nooners that want to like get married or renew their vows.
Hey, I am
We can,
an ordained minister.
are you no shit?
Boom. Here we go.
You went to college. You went to college for ministry. Is that right?
I did, but that's not part of it.
Oh, you don't just
I
automatically get a BA and you become a priest or some shit from that.
No, it's you do it online.
Oh, did you really? Nice.
Yeah, to be an
You went to
to be an
school.
ordained minister, being an ordained minister, as far as I know, is not like super religiously involved because
It's like through the church.
a guy who I might actually have on my show one of these days, he's my brother's college roommate, but he's actually now the captain for like a 250-foot mega yacht out of Fort Lauderdale.
Nice. Holy shit.
Yeah, he talks about like he told me like my brother's wedding. He was telling me the story where he was the first mate on this yacht a couple of years ago, and they took it over to Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix, and his
250 feet, dude.
it's huge.
I've never been on a boat.
It's
besides
actually
ship.
it's actually a prototype boat. Like he can't show me pictures of what it looks like on the outside because he legally can't because it's not a
Under
production
NDAs
boat.
and everything.
Yeah. But his per diem in Monaco for the week of the Monaco Grand Prix as a first mate was $15,000 a day cash.
Holy shit! Like, what do you do?
And he said at
Nothing.
the time, his fiance also worked on the boat. They're like, hell yeah, we're going balling in Monaco. They went out for a nice dinner, and it was like $8,000. They're like,
Okay,
we're
so
gonna hang out on the boat.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense.
So I do want to get him on the show. He's got really funny story, like some really cool story about working on a
Stupid funny
fucking
stories.
yacht. Not even a yacht, like essentially like a private
That's a mega
cruise
that's a
boat.
mega- yeah. Got a helipad on it. The whole fucking.
It's got 2 helipads.
Jesus Christ.
I got some stories from.
You got a
Yeah.
250-foot yacht?
No, but in relation to church stuff.
Okay.
I got some stories from college, but I'll save from religious college that I'll save maybe for a future episode.
Let's
Oh,
do it
hey.
now, dude. Come
Hey,
on. let's go.
religious girls get wild. Religious girls get wild. I've known a couple preachers' daughters in the South. The wildest.
Because they're trying to break away. They're trying to get their own
Mhm. They're rebelling.
personalities and doing.
They're rebelling.
It's
So,
it's like Footloose, man.
oh yeah, I just got to
Like,
dance.
Don't tell me what to do.
Fucking
I just need to
footloose.
dance.
Stacy loves that. All I think of is like Kevin Bacon's like, I'm so mad, I'm gonna light a cigarette, I'm gonna throw it down, and I'm gonna
And I'm gonna
dance.
Dance.
That's how angry I am. Like I've never been so
Meanwhile, At
angry.
the same time, you had Top Gun coming out. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. And by the way, Kevin Bacon, great actor. Not a good looking guy. in my opinion. Very gaunt.
Kinda very Skeletor. Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great actor though.
he looks like he's been 50 for fucking 30 years.
Since Footloose.
It's Footloose. Gotta
Yeah.
get loose.
Hey, we don't
really
get
has.
flagged. Stop singing. But hey, before we get off of here, guys, plug all your shit. Greg, plug your
Yeah.
stuff.
Go check us out at the Bars Open with Beth and Greg out on Instagram, iTunes, Facebook, fucking all the things. But
All the
give us
things.
some reviews. We go on Wednesdays and Friday nights. I think we have a lot of crossover people, but
Yep.
if you haven't liked to subscribe to us, we do a fun show, kind of topical conversations. We hit the news, the interesting, weird news perspectives that we try and hunt out. Something that try and stay out of the drama stuff.
Yeah. I've only ever met one other couple that swears at each other more than you two. So.
It literally is. Our show is it's like. Just
And we all
like
know who that couple is. So.
Yeah. So it's pretty fucking fun. So
Awesome.
yeah, you can find me Greg_LaMontagne on Instagram. So David.
David, where do we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook as well, David Osburnsen. I'm on Instagram at David_Osburnsen.
Can you spell your last name for the audience?
It's OSBURNSEN.
That's important because there's a
Yeah.
million ways you could spell Osburnsen.
It's a bit of a name. It's a bit of a last name. Have you
It
thought
is a
about
bit of-
shortening that?
No.
So like David Osborne. Then
Dave-
you're like Ozzy's my dad.
I need to go around and talk with like just the brokenish English and not finish my
I mean,
thoughts.
just slurring your words every minute.
Just slurring my words every minute, which is
David.
how I am some of the times when I'm tired or
Oh, that's me. That's me anytime after 5 p.m., dude. Like, don't worry about
That's
it.
why you got to slam like a Cardio Max and then or something else with a bunch of energy.
Night, Gigi. Love you. But
Hi, Gigi.
love you, Gigi.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us on tonight. We appreciate it.
yeah, dude.
Been a blast.
I will, before we sign off,
Yep. You
I'm
got
a
it.
bit disappointed. David did not shotgun a hard AF live on air.
I tried. I literally had him get me a beer, get me a hard AF, and I handed it back to him. I was like, take it.
Did you get your keys out and you're ready to go? Like, I'm going to pop this?
I was like, come on, man. Because then Ross called, he mentioned it, and he was like, fuck you, Bill.
Yeah,
Like,
go fuck
"Ah,
yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have
Classic
my
David.
keys were down.
Classic David. Like,
And I think Dan was cutting me off at that point.
It
He's
was
like-
good, dude.
He was like,
Nah, you were good.
nah, you're good.
He was in a different room at that point.
You're good. I'll do it next time I'm down there. Because to be honest,
I don't think anybody's done it.
well, here's the thing. I can't recall. I don't think I've ever actually successfully shotgunned at anything. I've
Like
tried it a
a
couple
beer?
times. Mm-mm.
Dude, it literally is the easiest thing ever.
No, I'm a beer bong guy.
If you can beer buy, you can shotgun.
I'm sure. I just go, you got the beer bong? Let's throw the beer bong back.
Maybe we just do that and we have somebody test. We'll bring a beer bong next time you're in town. I'm
Yeah.
not going to fucking do it because I black out like that fast on those things. Hard AFs are just too much for me. We'll load like 3 or 4 of them. Maybe we'll get last row in there.
Last row
3 or
might do
4
it.
in that thing. Get a
Yeah.
big funnel. See
Yeah.
what happens.
Cool. Well, we're going to get off of here.
Got it.
So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. This has been the Nooner Nation. Again, like, subscribe on YouTube. Give us 5 stars. Go check out the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. Go try to find David somewhere on social media. He's single, so
He is
slide
single.
into those DMs, ladies.
Yep.
And guys with creative dick pic ideas.
yeah, I'll accept him. Why not at this point?
So, anyways, this has been the Nooner Nation.
Jessica,
Love you guys.
if you want to hang out with David, fly up to Minnesota.
Northern Minnesota.
Yeah, super warm up there this time of year.